Oh, there it is. Am I up? Up. Good. Y'all know I'm trying to get to my what is 4,000 watch hours or whatever like that. But anyway, I said what I wanted to do was start going live and just cause just showing who I am and stop just being like this is triple cup chugging, what? Yeah, that. But you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out the way of saying it. I didn't need much practice before I went live. I just said, you know what? I wanted to be myself, basically. And I want to start trying to be myself. And the only way I can actually be myself is just being in front of the camera and just going live like how I was used to doing. That way I can get back into my routine. But everybody that's, coming back, while I'm doing a little exercise program or whatever like that. But what I came actually to do is, see, on Mondays, what I want to do is start bringing, listen to my politics stuff. Because, see, early in the morning on Mondays, I do more like my politics stuff because, I know people want it first thing that on their Monday morning, they'll prefer to hear, politics stuff. That's when I don't want, ain't none of that, huh? Oh, I got one already up. What's good? I'm trying to figure this shit here out. They're just something different. But yeah. Anyway though, let me this I gotta give a shout out to Bone. Man, that dude that is incredible. He'll go on here and go live just by himself, right? So Bone go live by himself and then you'll see him just, interacting and stuff like that. And he feeling more natural with it, That's my homie, I appreciate him showing me a lot of little things and how to do it. Bone be like, man, you just gotta go. And I be like, you wanna just go dive? And he be like, yeah, dive. I be like, okay, well shit, you wanna dive? I'm diving. So basically that's what I'm trying to do. So like right now it's just gonna be like random stuff like we was talking about wearing a mask and stuff like that. Well, I was thinking about when I was seeing people wearing masks and stuff like that. Now I understand about the situation of people wearing masks, keep from spreading their germs to the next person, right? That's understandable. And I know that poor areas is more subject to have less resources to ask and money to purchase these resources to keep themselves healthy through a crisis like this. But I was thinking about on top of this note, you have stores now that's mandatory for you to wear a mask to walk into their store. Now, what I have personally have seen, now I wouldn't do it, but I have seen this here. I was going to the store, I got out the car, I was like, damn, I've got my mask, turned around, went back to the car, grabbed my mask and, put it on my face. And then when I was going back out, I was seeing some other people. At the same time they were maneuvering, they had this other girl, because what made me think about it, because she had turned around and she was like, oh, I ain't got my mask. So she seen somebody she known that had a mask. She said, oh, let me wear your mask real quick and go run inside the store. I was one time, I seen it. And there was this another time, I seen this exact same thing where people were just taking their mask, reaching it to somebody else so they could wear the mask so they can go into the store because they don't have a mask, or sometimes you budgeting and you don't have this amount of money, and or you might try to get this here, or you might have left your mask at the house. Now you got to purchase another mask, and these masks is not like $1 or $2. Sometimes they like $5 and $10. You got to buy a pack that's $10, and you purchasing these masks and masks and masks and stuff like that. And a lot of these masks are like once or twice use. What's good with it? You know what I'm saying? So once you purchasing these masks once or twice and you put it on your face and bam, you got to throw it away, go get another pack of masks. And when I'm seeing people taking these masks and they sharing amongst themselves, I'm like, oh, hell no, that's like counterproductive. That's mask wearing moonwalking, because everything that you're doing, you're not going forward, you're actually going backwards. See something like that, I don't know. Have you used those masks? Because if I would have seen a pack of masks just sitting on the sidewalk, I would have had to get some sanitizer and because it might have been full of corona. It could have been full of what was that? What was that other stuff? Anthrax that people were sending. Because people do all types of crazy things. I mean, what you sold for about $100, bro. You came up on them though, but hey. Man, if you did, trust me, wipe it off, wash it. But from what I was hearing, the coronavirus have a 30-minute window that it survives in the air. So if something might have been sitting around for an hour or two, if it had it, there's a possibility that, it can't be spread. But I'm not the person I'm not Donald Trump. I'm not going to give my opinion and say this will work. I will let you know straight up, out the back, this is some nonsense that I'm trying to think that could be a possibility. Man, appreciate it, man. This all I want to do is just have fun and just talk noise and talk about like stuff that's going on in the world. And then I like to talk about gaming and video games and stuff like that too. Man, I was saying, hey, let me tell you why I play the stock markets by a small bit. And if anybody that is interested in it, I mean, I might sound a little country and stuff like that, but I know it's enough. I know that it's money into the stock markets. That say if you go with mass and stuff like that. With me, my advice to anybody, I'm not sponsored by nobody in no form, way, or fashion. But check out Robinhood. You know what I'm saying? It's good for, you know what I'm saying, investing in the stock markets and stuff like that. It's an app. I mean, it's common sense. I was able to pick it up and catch it. They kind of gave it like a video game, phone game feel, but you're playing with money and you investing in stocks. But if you know what I'm saying, if that's what you're thinking about doing, shit, you know what I'm saying, check out that Robinhood if you don't already know about it. But yeah, I'm not being sponsored by them or whatever like that, so I'm just gonna let that be. And speaking about that, I don't know, like with this YouTube, stuff, like with oh man, let me go grab this other charge. Give me about 10 seconds. Hey, you see that I did that when left and came back right? Yeah, that goes. This charge here don't even work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, make it a little bit more cold personal. Hopefully that did it. But yeah, morning. But yeah, so me, I was a person that I don't like wearing those masks. But when I put them on my face, see my nose, it's small. You know what I'm saying? The nostrils, you know what I'm saying? They not designed to inhale a lot, be able to grab. So I gotta breathe in like that through my mouth as well. So when I put the masks on my face, it's like I'm suffocating. So I'm around the stove and I'm moving around trying to do things and I'm suffocating. So I was one of those people that didn't care for wearing masks, even though I know I was taking a chance and I stayed away from people and did those types of things. But you know what I'm saying? I'll put them on and I'll try, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand. But you know what I'm saying? They got some people that's claustrophobic. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, all the way claustrophobic. They have people that when they put stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, small spaces and anything like that, or wear a lot of clothes and bundle up, they start panicking and stuff like that. So people have to be considerate of people that's going through things like that. And I was looking at people was talking about with Trump and what he was doing, and I was listening to Paget. You know what I'm saying? She a cool person. I listen to her every now and again and stuff like that. Keep up with her, even though she don't want to give me no shout out. But yeah, I still, you know what I'm saying, y'all know I'm part of the Yankee community. I like to have fun, but you know, I'm straight up. You know, that's how I be going. And on this YouTube thing, like, I don't know, because see, I want to do is, I was going to be playing some stuff and listening and going as well. See, like, we're talking about, like, with Donald Trump, he finally wearing a mask. So if Trump could wear a mask, so can I. But it's one of those things where I might start putting it out there, like, you know what I'm saying, for people to really start paying attention to the fact that if Donald J. Trump, the president, went through all these things and refused to wear a mask, now he's putting on a mask. Because I was one of the people that said, I don't want everything not going back to normal until the White House is open to the public. If the White House is not just open, that this coronavirus pandemic is curve flattened or over or slowing down of anything, I'm not listening to none of that information. I'm going off with my own two eyes, street smarts or whatever like that. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I'm using just my common knowledge. My common knowledge tell me, if you don't want to touch this here, why should I? So until I see the White House open for business, when they have people just in and out the White House, then I'm not going to be open for business. I'm going to move strategically. And everybody that's out there, I advise y'all to do the same thing. Still, you have to live life because you only have one life to live. And you don't want to get caught in this box. And a box, man, hold up, man, look, check this out. This was a box that Joe Biden is building. Y'all know me through and through, Yang Gang. So, you know what I'm saying, I say that just to let y'all know when my opinion come, and y'all say, oh, what Triple Cut talking about this here and this, you know, oh, but here, part of the Yang Gang, he trying to be, or he biased, but I'm letting my bias be known straight off the bat. Okay, yes, I'm a part of Yang Gang. Know why I'm a part of Yang Gang? Because Yang Gang is the people. I ain't really look at the Yang Gang as Andrew Yang. You know what I'm saying? For me, it wasn't about a race thing because you know he's an Asian. So for me, that played no role into the situation. You know, we had black people that was running for president that I did not back. So it couldn't be a part of that. What's good with it? Yeah, Stu, huh? Yeah, we picked at it. Yeah. I'm up. Man, it's been a beautiful morning today. Man, I was watching on Bound, you know how he be going live and doing this thing. You know, this is something I was very interested in, but I want to do like on Monday mornings when I come fix me a cup of coffee and you know, just be myself. Not put I mean, be entertaining, but not be put on a show and be fake and stuff like that. Just keep it real, you know. Like if I'm sitting here drinking coffee, that's y'all know this is me. This is who I am. I ain't trying to hide who I am. That's basic what I'm saying. Just trying to be myself. That's why it's live and we up in front. And like I was saying though about this YouTube, when I'm watching on YouTube, I don't know what the sound, because I know that they got the copyright strikes for this and you hear that type thing. So I'm gonna try to play the sound kind of low, and as it go, I'm gonna talk and give my opinion, because y'all know I talk a lot as well. Not, you know what I'm saying, not just crazy talk, but I just be going sometimes. A lot of times it might be about stuff that I be feeling that's valid, that's going on. Some people not talking about it, or an angle. I love seeing stuff and taking it and twisting it and finding an angle that nobody else is seeing. Like for an example, like when Joe Biden, he was talking about bringing all these jobs back to America and doing all this stuff here. And I was talking to my cousin, and he was like, "Say, Chuck, why you not Trump, but you at the same time you're not gonna vote for Joe Biden?" Because I don't care for neither one of them, to be honest with you. And it's a messed up situation, because it's like, okay, if you don't vote for Trump, right, and Trump wins, and then they'll say, well, you should have voted for Joe Biden because you was one of the people, the reason why Trump won and became president and stuff like that. And I'd be looking like, well, but then if I was, you know what I'm saying, trying to vote for Joe Biden, and the only thing that I see in Joe Biden is Donald Trump, blue. That's it. I just see a blue Donald Trump. I mean, think about it. When he was Barack Obama's VP, Obama laid around there, and you know what I'm saying, by him being an African American male, and by him being so far left, right, by Obama being left, and all the right Republicans were looking at Obama being left, so his bite on this VP had to be as far right as possible that's still left, so the person that's there for right can communicate easier with the people that's on the right. So what Joe Biden was, he was a Democrat that was on the left, but he was right there with all these people to the right, you know what I'm saying? And that's why everybody say, oh, he's just a politician. He's just a politician. Yeah, he a politician. He a real politician. You know how I know he a real politician? I was looking at Andrew Yang's expression. At first I was like, damn, that's messed up. But I mean, you ain't stupid, I ain't stupid. I seen straight through that. Joe Biden was telling Andrew Yang a whole bunch of good things, like, oh yeah, when you know what I'm saying, if I don't win, I'm gonna quit this, I hope you win. You know, he was actually being a politician. And he was saying, well, look, this is what we're gonna try to do. We all need to join forces. We need to do this here. I want you to have you a part of my team. We can implement some of this and this and that. Joe Biden saying all these good things, but the only way that we can be able to get this done is we have to beat Trump. And you know what I'm saying, and Joe Biden probably saying that he have all these different resources, and I have this and I have that, I could use this. But and he was telling Andrew Yang that, and I could tell after Andrew Yang had dropped out and he was talking with Joe Biden about that, and now he come back and he's seeing the BS that Joe Biden was doing, that he's not going to really implement nothing that's going to actually, really, truly help the community. Besides, he wants us to be slaves. Man, think about it here. It's pride in working at McDonald's. No, it's not. Who want to do that? Who want to be at McDonald's working 40 hours a week, paying to go back to work? You making just enough money so you can go back to work. Who have pride in that? So when Joe Biden was saying pride, and that, even with Bernie Mac, I'm like, yeah, it's pride in working, when you're working for progress, when you're doing something to go forward, instead of working to say, I got to work 40 hours and doing this little routine every week, like you a hamster running around in a wheel. That's what they want you to do? That's pride? That's not pride to me. No, it's pride to me when I could take something and I could dig and I could turn this over, and maybe a week later I got this whole area and I say, damn, I done made progress. Or I'm taking this in, I'm stacking this one log, and then I go back and get another log, and I stack this another log so I can chop these logs. So, and by the winter time I had this stack of logs. So if I need something to burn for to keep it warm outside, I got these logs stacked up. That's progress. That's something you could take pride in. You say, oh, look at all this here I got stacked up nice and neat and half to the side. A woman that sit there and say, okay, I'm you know what I'm saying, that have things that she's doing, that she's making progress on and coming and growing. That's pride. So when they were saying like SWJ and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, the women pride in doing the stuff there, I understand pride, but then at the same time, sometimes it spills over because it don't be the people with, you know what I'm saying, the majority or the people of this, it be that small few that try to mess things up, and they'll try to use these small few, these small few groups of people to say, this is why this is not happening, because you see a small group of people doing something. It's always going to be that, regardless of what you feel. You know what I'm saying? You got to brush the crumbs out when you're eating food. So that's why I was not a fan of Joe Biden. When I was looking at him saying about what he's gonna do, and he's not he's not a fan of Medicaid for all, which makes a hell of a lot of sense. Look at this pandemic that we're going through. Now, if everybody can get equally treated, because health should not be based on how rich you are. Your health should be based on how well you treat your body. I mean, if you have access to fruit, vegetables at a reasonable price, and not junk for cheap price that you only have money for because you're trying to save enough money to put gas in the car to make it back to work. So sometimes you don't have money to buy no food, so you have to get food from where you work at, and you knowing all this food is bad for you, but you working a poor job, so you can't afford nothing else, so you have to take what you get. But that's pride. So when Joe Biden say, and it struck me when he said, oh, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Right. Man, copay, and then that stuff going up too. And I was looking at what Bernie Sanders was saying. Now, he made some good points, but, it's Bernie Sanders. He got a lot of stake in anything to do with helping take care of the elderly and making sure people have the right medication that they have. He had a better stake into that. Now, with Joe Biden, to me, it feels more like strategically plans just to become president and make a legacy for himself. It's like it's not there to, okay, for the future generations, they might not have this. So I'm working to provide for my family and my friends. And basically, when I'm saying family and friends, I'm talking about the whole United States, because my people, if my people doing good, but the neighbors are doing bad, then all of a sudden the neighbors is going to spill over into my people. Now my people not doing good. You know what I'm saying? Why people don't have that mentality of, okay, if I help my neighbor do good, he doing good, I'm doing good. So now we can do good together. And neighborhoods could actually get along and bring things together. Like I was looking at stuff like, people don't realize when I say I take angers and turn them, food stamps. And then people get mad at me like, oh, Chuck, you ain't, no, I can't stand food stamps. I mean, don't get me wrong. People need them. But I can't stand them. And the reason why I can't stand them, and they'll be like, oh, you got some, no, it's not no crazy Republican, like, oh, this person here get money. No, it's none of that stuff. But it's a deeper meaning. It's a deeper meaning. The people that, let's say Coca-Cola. Okay, you got, this is an example. Like, look, you got Coca-Cola, right? Now you have this employee. Now, he got to do 10 pallets of Cokes, right? He do it every week. And he get paid, on his 10 pallets a week from his hourly pay, right? He doing these 10 pallets a week. Coca-Cola take these 10 pallets, put it into the stove. Now out this stove, what it is, I'm just using throwing these numbers out here. 5 of them is going to get bought from people with food stamps, right? 3 of them is going to get bought for the people that got money, because they ain't buying them. They buying them when they want them. So they buying that. And then the other 2 is for the people that's working. That's the minimum, you know what I'm saying? You got the poor people, the people that they ain't getting no food stamps, but still working and working at places to bring stuff like that. Then you got the people that's rich that own these places, that's paying you to work and then you got to take your money that they paying you to buy their Coca-Cola. So now you paying your money to buy their stuff, and then these people that's poor, that's getting food stamps, they taking their food stamps to buy these other 5 cold drinks, which out of your tax money for you going to work at this company, the tax money that's coming out of your money is paying for these people to buy these cold drinks. Now, while they buying 5 cold drinks, you busting your ass and you only getting 1 or 2. And these rich people is getting paid off of you buying and working and putting it up there and then paying for these people that's getting these food stamps, because that money for these food stamps, it don't just appear out of thin air. It come from somewhere. If you working, you paying for food stamps. So you paying for this other person to get 5, but if this person ain't getting food stamps, now the difference is, now this 5 of them that they would have bought with food stamps is not going to get bought. So now this company that's making 10 is only having you make 5. That's because of these other 5 is not being sold. And if they make these 10, now you have this overstock. So now the price, let's say if you was paying $5 for a pack of cold drinks, now this price might go down to $1 because they have 10 of them and they have to sell them because the people that was getting 5 on with the food stamps is not getting them no more. So now the people with food stamps is not getting them for free, but they might have to pay like $1 or 2. So now this 5 that was going straight to the food stamps is dropping down from $5. It's going down to $1 because they have to sell it. So now instead of you was getting 1 or 2, you able to get 3 or 4, and the people that was getting food stamps is able to get 2 or 3. So now everything can balance out, and the people with food stamps is gonna have to work. Now they'll still better get like 2 or 3, but you'll be able to get 4 or 5 because you working and you've built up, compared to a person that's not doing them and every now and again getting something. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a process, and if you, matter of fact, it's simple terminology. The butterfly effect. That's all it is. It's just a butterfly effect. Let me see what else they got going on, because they be having a lot of stuff. I know I was looking at the somebody was saying about the PlayStation 5. You're gonna be able to pre-order it today. So if anybody that's interested in getting that pre-order the PlayStation 5, there's a possibility that they're gonna be doing the pre-orders today. But me personally, I don't know. I bought the Xbox One on day 1, and I bought the S and I bought the X. Right now I'm not gonna buy the Series S because it don't have no it don't hold no value for at the moment until they start announcing things. Because Xbox still got a game show that they gotta bring out to bring more games. So that's not me saying I'm not gonna get it. That's me saying I'm still waiting to be sold on it. So my anticipation is to wait for them to sell it to me. So I'm not one of those people to be like, okay, Xbox for life, green. They got this here, so I'm going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Forget a PlayStation or PlayStation for life. Forget an Xbox. Nah, it's like, okay, if it's something that's worth my money, my value, and if I play it and I like it, I'll come back and say, oh, this is a good game. You need to check this out. If it's a type of genre that I don't play, and it might be a good game, I say, well, this is not my genre, but you could check it out. Or I might say, well, I don't like these types of games. Stuff like that. Man, to be honest with you, I did not, or I ain't never added up. But since you said that, okay, I bought the Fat when it first came out on this generation. The Xbox Fat, that was $500. Okay, I bought 2 S's, 3 S's, cause I gave one to Mama. So that was just off of the consoles, and I bought 1 X. I traded 1 S in. So. And then games, I spend I got about over 100-something games. A lot of them, don't get me wrong, came from games with gold, but some of them I download and delete, so I don't even count those. So I probably got about 100 games. So I probably spent about over $1,000 on just games. So I probably spent about $2,000 just in this generation on gaming, and they're just the stuff that I've been playing and that I could think right off the top of my head. Because out of about all my annually games that come out every year, I'm always gonna buy those. I'm always gonna buy these all the Tomb Raiders when they come out. I'm like 80% multiplayer, 20% single player, and the 20% single player games is stuff like Tomb Raider. Games like that. Like, man, I'm just getting into the Star Wars, man. Don't hang me, but I'm just starting to play Star Wars with the dude that played the Joker off Gotham. that he the lead character in the Star Wars, The Fallen, I think. But yeah, that's a damn good ass Star Wars game. Like it's just like Tomb Raider. So that's the only thing that I wasn't too big of a fan of. That it had too much of similarity to Tomb Raider. Does nah, that ain't what's up. And there was something else that I seen that they had going on. Yeah, you know, shout out to E Rock X. He just dropped the video not too long ago. That's the homie though. I be checking out E Rock sometimes because he be you know what I'm saying, he like one of the people, like he kind of remind me of a wrestling show. Well, when it's the Xbox and the PlayStation not too serious, but it's more like how sports teams go in here, brag about the stuff that they got coming out, what they have going on, and here talk about people here call them ponies and stuff like that. And then they got people that they call, you know, it's very interesting. But you know, me personally, I don't have enough time to sit there and nail it like how he do. When it comes to that, my thing is I move around too much. I'm too I mean, if you seen how I am. Like on Mondays, I want to talk about some politics stuff, and then I got my video games. Then you know I got comic books, animes, and stuff like that. Y'all know I'm a big fan of like sci-fi when it comes to things like aliens or ghosts, stuff like that, man, or third dimension, fourth dimension, quantum physics, anything to do with those types of things, and you know, Elon Musk, AI, artificial intelligence, like would it go Siri or conspiracy theories, you know, I'm just trying to put myself out there. So whenever you come to my channel, I just want you to know what to expect, basically. If that make any sense. But yeah, they got the PlayStation 5 that should be coming out pretty soon. And one thing I don't like looking on YouTube on an Xbox, the way that the app is set up, it's not good. I know that from what I was hearing that Xbox, well not Xbox, Microsoft and Google have beef or something like that, where they are not really beef, they just not putting effort into like the Xbox and Xbox now, you know how competition basically. So why put your best stuff on your competition? But at the same time, if I'm on YouTube and I come on here on YouTube and this y'all give me a shitty app, so if I go on YouTube on something else, I'm supposed to feel good about that. It's a different experience. So I'm like, damn, YouTube need to get their game up on the Xbox. I don't think Xbox need to get their game up on YouTube. I mean, those days over with. We know this app base is based on the company. They make their own apps. Oh, and shout out to Supersonic Station. He probably don't even know I'm going live too. You know, I am that type of person. You know, bound to tell you, I'm a person where when I'm doing things, I like to do stuff for the collective people, like for everybody. That's why when the word synergy, it fits me so perfectly because it's group, you know, saying it's a whole group of us, and it's more like when it collective thinking, and it's more like triple cup, three different ways, three different perspectives, three thinkings. You know, you got the monkey, you know, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, all those types of things. I mean, Far Cry 6, that game there, I didn't look at the trailer because I was thinking about I might do a live reaction, but I don't know. That trailer don't look too I mean, I ain't see the trailer, but you know how you look at the little picture of the cover, the thumbnail. But it's Far Cry, so I'm gonna give it a try. They should have got me to do the thumbnails if that's the best they can come up with. I mean, some of the official thumbnails, and I'm looking at a couple of them. But that's not Far Cry fault. That's these super gaming media channels that get all the views, but they are corny as hell, like IGN and stuff like that. Let me see. Yeah, they is some corny ass people though. But who want to sit there and complain about them though? I need to stop looking up because if you said something, I could have missed it. You know, like I say, I'm new to going live like this here. This is me trying to do everything at one time on my first experience. So, you know what I'm saying? This is something that I'm gonna never forget. So, 5 years from now, when y'all see this here, I'm gonna break back down. Like I remember 5 years ago, I went live. I was behind this window. I'm trying to put the stuff on TV stuff together. Look at stuff like 50 Cent beefing with T.I., what I'm saying, the people interested in that type of things, just kind of bring the channel into more of a direction and give just fill it out so people have a better understanding and know that this is going to be here for the long term. This ain't something I'm doing and then a week later it's going to be over with. This channel is going to be here for a while. We're going to have a lot of things and try to keep it entertaining, have people come in and, just have keep it fresh. Because you can sit there and I listen to other podcasts and stuff like that. But my biggest thing is I be listening to channels and it kind of sounds like wash, rinse, regurgitated, just hearing it from somebody else. Same thing, same topics, same thing, same topics. Now I know they got hot topics that something that happened like, oh, everybody got to sit there and talk about right here, right now. But then you get me, I want to hear different perspectives, different angles. If you're going to say this about this here, tell me something completely different. Hit me with something left field about it. Give me a different angle, a different perspective. If somebody want to sit there and talk about the Miles Morales Spider-Man PS4 game, okay, when people saying, is this exclusive? Is it just DLC? Is it this? Is it that? I was like, well, I say it's a standalone game. And people are like, oh no, it's just reskin. I say, of course that's what it is, but it's a standalone game because all Spider-Man games are basically reskins, got the same thing, same basic mechanics, same fighting style, same fighting technique, so it's just basically a reskin. But what makes this different is you got a character, and it's not going to be hard if they got the world already built to make it big, because all you have to do is put in 5 to 6 boss fights minimum. But I'll put like 10 or 15 in there. But put 5 or 6 boss fights, and then put your super boss fights, and then have your end boss fight. Once you do that, you'll have a whole complete game. He's swinging around the world through some side missions where you got to go to this place, swing back around to that place right there, and that's a whole Spider-Man game. So people say it's a DLC or whatever like this. All Spider-Man games been DLC, if you want to be honest with you. I mean, at least all the ones I have played. They have something that's actually good though. See, that's the difference. Some Spider-Man games, most single player games are, yup, exactly. I mean, when you can look at, hey, I'm gonna give you an example of one, God of War. That's even though God of War for the PS4 was a completely different God of War. You could take there's a lot of video games, even Uncharted. You could take that game and you could blend them right in with each other, and you could damn near match every scene up with scenes when it comes to like movements and how the camera move and how the person move. And what's the name of that game with the girl with the red hair? The girl with the red hair. I'm trying to think of the girl with the red hair that's on the PlayStation School. She got to fight the robot. It looks like a reskin of the first one, and the only thing they did was, okay, instead of just having robots, they just filled in the area with more things to run around live in. Like Horizon Zero Dawn, it's just the animals. They put real animals and not just the robot animals in them. And you're gonna have more missions, a couple of cutscenes, and bing bam, thank you ma'am, and they out the door. It's gonna be the same little format. See, that's the thing that I don't care for single player games, because yeah, it's the same format. But I do love the stories. So I was a component of single player games. You play one time, then after that I just throw them to the side, because once I beat the story, everything else is just like how they used to say about Gears of War, too much A button. But I'll play it, get the little feel of the game, do some special moves, have fun, go through the story, progress, beat the story, and it's hard to come back and play the story again because I know what to happen already. I'm ready to get to another game, so I don't care for playing the single player games when they first launch a lot of times, because of I feel like I be jacked. Like I love Quantum Break. I loved Quantum Break. It was one of my favorite games when it first came out. But once I beat the game, I was pissed, because I was like, this it? This it? I'm finished? But then, you get to play back through. And when I played, I sat there, played the game, watched the story, checked out every cutscene, looked around every area, trying to find different things, and just taking my time through the story. It wasn't even like I rushed. And I was like, I think I beat it in 8 hours, maybe, somewhere around there, 6 hours, 8 hours. But I felt burnt paying $60. As a matter of fact, I had got the steel case edition of it. So I got, because I was like, oh, this is the game of, just something different with time travel. I wanted to play something different. That's what made me so intrigued about the Xbox, because when the Xbox first was, not first launched, when they first was talking about the Xbox before 2013, Quantum Break and Rise on the Wrong was two of the games that they was talking about. And when I seen that, I was like, damn, that's really next generation. Like, I think it's Ratchet and Clank on the PlayStation 5 that they were showing where the character was jumping through the portals, and how they were showing them going through this, and they were jumping through the boards, and they were saying how fast the load times and stuff like that. And I was telling people that everybody was watching me, like, they was mad at me because I was saying, hey, next generation is not going to be about power, not the way people think. Oh, yeah, it's going to be 4K, 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 60 frames, 60 frames. Who could do this? 4K, 60 frames, 4K, 60 frames, HDR. I'm like, that's cool. But next generation is going to be about features, being able to have quicker load times, being able to jump from this area to this area like that. That's all people, that type of stuff. People get tired when you playing the game and you sit down, because I did it. I sit down, okay, this load time, I know how long this load, I'm going to go fix me this shit, come back, whatever like that. Then they got sometimes where you playing a character and you get beat, boom, oh, you ready to get back in there, you be like, I gotta go. So you doing this here. Who finger don't do this here when they be pushing that button trying to go, and then you waiting for it to load, you be like, damn. So you get back in there to get back at him. So you swinging it like, I know what he did, so you figured out, well, I'm gonna do this here, and then all of a sudden he kill you again, like, oh, I know what to do this time. I know exactly what to do. And then you gotta load. Dun, 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 dun. That type of thing. Then boom, once you come back in and you play, now you lost your little rhythm. So now you're like, okay, I know what to do, but now you gotta get back into your rhythm, and then you barely trying to get back in your rhythm, and by the time you get back into your rhythm, it'll be a close fight and he kill you with one lick left, and then load. Dun, dun, dun. That type of thing. So once you go through that, you get rid of that little cycle right there, gaming is going to go to another level. That's a feature. When they had picture-in-picture, that was a feature. When a PlayStation showed their controller, where you could push the button on your controller, on a PlayStation controller, not the Xbox, but Xbox could have did the exact same thing right here somewhere. They could have put a black and white button, and you could have pushed it or pushed this here, or they could have put some up here, anything like that. You could hold right here, hold the button down, talk on it. After you talk on it, yeah, man, I'm gonna come do such and such. You let the button go. Now can't nobody hear nothing that's going on. Simple features like that is real technology. Not placed in Xbox. What they is doing is like for their games, it's like no matter what generation, it's not gonna be left behind. It can scale up and scale back. Now with the PCs, the thing about that is when they have a game that come off of the PC, they got your minimal specs. So they'll be like, okay, when the next Xbox say, well, if you have anything from the Xbox S on up, you can play all these new games. Sooner or later it's gonna be at that point. But with PCs, that's all it is you get what you pay for. Now with the loading times, what I'm looking at is the reshaping of games. So let's say, for example, when Destiny, right? You playing Destiny, and let's say no load times compared to a person with load times. So if you have a PC, or if you don't have the right components, because I don't know exactly what it is, they might be having some stuff in the clutch they're gonna announce where it's gonna kind of eliminate the load time, or even if it don't eliminate the load time, you know what I'm saying, they'll just make it more like you smooth it out where it kind of fades into the next scene, so you never stop. It's like it start loading and then it keep loading, but you know what I'm saying, it's already loading ahead of you, so you never feel like you leaving out of your, whatever like that, out the game, or pause in the game. So they could implement stuff like that. So even if you have a PC, now the games are being developed in a different way that it could actually hold the load, like the load time. I think it's just going to, because you're just seeing games where they do a lot of trickery. So I don't think it's going to actually have nothing to do with the power. I just think it has something to do with the magic of the making of the games. When the coder and they getting there trying to code, and they saying, let's move this here to, to trying to fit for a person that's so I don't think it had nothing to do with the hardware, more or less than, okay, the people that's coding say, hey, we need X, Y, and Z because we're trying to do A, B, and C. And then therefore, if you have a PC, you would have to have X, Y, and Z to play these games from here on out. PC always been like that. So all the new games, sooner or later, they're going to say, hey, you got to have this, or you're gonna have to have at least that to be able to play this game. So that's always been in the PC realm. So hopefully the future is gonna be more based on not just what the game, not how much power this game could push out, but how fun this game could be, how immersed you could be into this game, the different ways they could have you gaming. So like for example, you could be playing a game when I was looking at like the Xbox, oh, I was so mad because they was on the right path in my eyes when they was being innovative, like when they had to connect and you would be walking and all of a sudden, what it was, Dead Rising, where you're with the zombies and you'll be walking and all of a sudden a zombie could hear you because somebody in your house made some noise. Oh, or you playing 2K basketball and you curse and you get a foul for or a flagrant for cursing or whatever like that. I mean, I was thinking about stuff like this here. Just imagine this here, right? I'm playing Red Dead Redemption. The camera catching my controller, right? So boom, while I'm holding the controller in my hand, and I'm playing Red Dead Redemption, and I'm online, and I get a person that wanna have a standoff with me. What we have to do is take our controller, sit it down, hold our hands in the air, so the Kinect can register our hands, and then as soon as the T draws, you gotta reach down and grab your controller and try to shoot the person. Think about something like this. Just doing the same old routine. I know what this gonna be. No, give me some innovative stuff. Like I like the whole cross playing and cross saves and stuff like that. To me, that should be you giving us stuff that we should. That's like giving us stuff that should automatically be coming. You know, that's like giving us say, oh, this game Madden 2021 is gonna have online. Get it? So everybody know that they should. That should be automatic. But if you notice, when I was watching game shows, they were showing like all these smaller games is doing cross play and stuff like that. But games like Madden and 2K and stuff like that, they don't announce saying you go play some Xbox can play the PlayStation and PlayStation can play the Xbox. But I'm not a big fan of playing with the PC. I'm sorry if you're a PC player. I have no disrespect for that, but if you're a PC player, you will understand where I feel is they have a lot of people be using a lot of cheats and codes and stuff like that. And then in my mind, if I'm playing somebody, it's like, how can I tell if a person is genuinely just better than me or if he actually using some type of code to make himself better than me? You know, those types of things, I don't care for that. For me, I like even playing field. And if he have a slight advantage, I feel like I can overcome that. But if it's like he have a straight advantage and all the advantages is to have an advantage, nah, I ain't with none of that. Let me see if I can find something on the tube. What's next for Ninja? Oh, my thoughts on Ninja. Hold up. Y'all got to take a second for this one. Back. But anyway, though, Ninja. All right. What I'm thinking is a big payoff. You gonna have people with like Ninja, Dr. Disrespect, and a couple of these huge YouTubers. They are going to find a platform that's not being idolized yet, or find somewhere that they could bring people over to what they trying to do. So if Ninja don't get a deal with YouTube, I think that's gonna be their next move, because you got people like Dr. Disrespect. I mean, he was with Twitch, but since Mixer is supposed to be gone, they're not gonna be playing Dr. Disrespect no more because he don't have nowhere else to go besides for YouTube. And I'm looking at it as this is gonna be the opportunity where a lot of YouTubers is gonna hop ship and hop on a different type of platform. Only thing is right now we waiting on the arrival of it, because I don't see Ninja getting no deal with YouTube or nothing for no long-term sakes or nothing that he can actually use. So they got a lot of people and then YouTube is so finicky about what you say, what's going on, what's in the background, how this work and how that work. So it's one of the things where You YouTube today, tomorrow they blocked you, or this video got demonetized. It might have been one of your greatest videos. It might have been something that got misunderstood. Like YouTube could be sitting here listening to what you say and then type it down them, and I might say one thing and then YouTube type something completely different, and then when it types something completely different, it could be sent to something and then demonetized. People could hit you with strikes for no reason, just because you who you are. You know, they got things like that, so a lot of people really don't care for YouTube. I mean, I like it, and me personally, I want to be out open and doing things and be floating and free and running around and checking out things and say, hey man, come check this out. I'm gonna go such and such. We finna go play with the I don't even know no animals that I'll go play with, because I've been watching a lot of Discovery Channel, and the hippopotamus, that bitch look dangerous. Man, that's ridiculous. I was watching the hippopotamus fight a lion, and then he was fighting what else the hippopotamus was fighting? He was fighting lions. Not I about to say alligators, but they crocodiles. And the hippopotamus, I ain't know how bad of an animal that he is, and he'll come around like when lions, they'll be sitting around, and then they'll come chase the lions, and the lions will be running and try to fight back and forth, and alligators be in the water, hippopotamus man go bite them. They say hippopotamus could snap a crocodile in half, one bite, cause so I went on YouTube. I had to see this for myself, and I've been watching that for the last couple of days. And Planet Earth, magnificent. If you want to put something on your TV that you can watch without having to watch nothing, just something playing, like screensaver type stuff, Planet Earth is like one of those type of shows, because I have like the waterfalls or some nature stuff going on my TV while I'm doing something around the house or whatever like that, instead of just being idle or whatever like that. Those are some of the things that I do, or I listen to some YouTube on there. It just depends on how I feel at that moment. Let's see. Let's see if we can find something down the Trump end up to. What is Trump end up to? Matter of fact, hey, hippopotamus kill more people than any other animals. Saying something that was saying like a hippopotamus, they not carnivores, but they the most aggressive animals that's out there when it comes to people. When it comes to other animals, very territorial. They were showing two hippopotamus fighting, right? Because they like one hippopotamus had I'm guessing them all women, but they don't say nothing in my mind. They got to be all women. This is one male, like, yeah, this is mine. So they got this other male coming in like, I want your women, and they went to fighting, and their mouths like literally look like my hands, like they said, boom, boom. I was like, man, they look like they could actually bite you straight, standing straight up, just bite you. Like, and then they saying that when you seeing them on TV, you're not really getting no justice, because the hippopotamus is so territorial that a lot of times they have to shoot them from a distance and zoom in to give you a closer look of how the hippopotamus, the actual size of it is up from close up. And they got all those fancy cameras and stuff like that. So with the fancy cameras, that help the give you a real close look of the hippopotamus. But man, I'm probably gonna get back on there, because I was watching it, because they were showing the hippos fighting, and basically they showing like a lot of the animals is doing stuff that they haven't never they don't do. That's not in a natural thing. Like you was watching monkeys attack attacking, running in, trying to go crazy behind people. Animals that don't eat certain animals eating different things that they don't eat, like lions eating crocodiles because the food is scarce right now, and they don't really eat crocodiles and stuff like there's a lot of that type of stuff that's going on, especially with the pandemic that's going on. So a lot of stuff that's in its natural habitat is kind of being shaken a little bit, disturbed. So you see animals in the sea that go a certain way, is not doing things that they doing. There's a lot of that type stuff that's going on. But make sure you double check. Wasn't nothing in. Alright, let's see. The Avengers. Oh no, all that's old stuff. I don't want to talk about nothing about the Avengers. I'm sick of Oh man, I don't know how true this is. I heard it. I ignored it. I heard it. But Kanye West supposed to be running for president. He was talking about he want to throw his hat in the ring. But I'm not gonna go on to that. My as soon as I thought about all the stuff Kanye West say and do, I digress. Kanye, good luck, my brother. Good luck. That's what you say and do when you got tired and you don't really want to deal with a person no more with their shit. You just kind of like just say that's just who they are. Biden discusses his plan for economic recovery. I was talking about this. Oh, I was talking about this earlier, but Joe Biden, I don't have. Who is a fan of Joe Biden? Honestly, I mean, I know they got my Bernie Bros out there. They even had people that supported Kamala Harris. They have us with the Yang Gang. Uh, they got your people Trump, even the mega supporters. I even understand why you have your Trump mega supporters, or whatever they want to call themselves. I could at least understand, but what is a Joe Biden? Who is he for? What is he gonna do? Who he here to help? Who he ain't gonna help? I know he ain't gonna help me because he ain't nothing he just said so far. If you know anything in one of Joe Biden policies that's gonna actually help the community in a whole way that over everybody else, like details, I don't know none. He just give you vague plans, and then once you go try to see what his plans about, they kind of look shallow. Some of them kind of look like some rebirths of Obama's. Some of the stuff it makes sense, but it don't seem like it's nothing that's really beneficial. That's gonna really change nothing in my life. So when I see Joe Biden talk about these things, only thing I'm hearing is a politician talk about how much of a politician he is and how good of a politician he is. But I think he got like something wrong because Joe Biden, he forgetful on things he shouldn't be forgetful about and how he forgetful about them. And by him being a person that this is what he do. Like bam. If I'm on here and I talk and I do this and I'm constantly doing this, I'm gonna perfect it. I'm gonna have some craft with it. I'm gonna be cool. When I'm going, I'll be able to, I know what I'm doing because I'm a professional. That's like me right here doing this here. If I'm sitting here doing this for long enough, sooner or later, I'm gonna perfect it. I'm gonna get better. If Joe Biden been doing this whole year, he perfected on being a politician. So the little oops and skips that he be doing, it has all to do with his age because he a politician. He know not to make these mistakes. He'd have done this. He'd have walked the line before. He knows what to do. He know how when he was talking to Andrew Yang, the things that he said and the way that he said it was all politician talk, and it wasn't there to help nobody but Joe Biden. So when I seen the look on Andrew Yang's face and he's saying, well, if Joe Biden don't do this for the community, he gonna lose all of our vote. But Joe Biden, he gonna take some of the policies, take a name of a piece of the name that sound like him, and take all of the essence of it out. And then once he ripped the essence out, then he tried to say, here you go. I gave y'all this, or I gave y'all like a version of Medicaid for all. But let me see, what else can we go? Let's find something funny. Y'all want to talk about something funny? Will and Jada. Will and Jada open up about their relationship on Reddit. You know what? I like their relationship, but the details of their relationship is they details of their relationship. With me, with Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, they have a strong relationship, and however they choose to live their relationship, I understand. And I get that they opening up because they want people to say, being in a relationship is not easy, it's hard. Being in a relationship is a struggle. To make it, to survive, to prosper in life is hard. and they giving y'all, they, you know what I'm saying, they open up showing y'all that, you know, that they have problems too. They've been through things as well. So I mean, I get all of that, but for me personally, I don't want to know about their personal business because it ain't my business. But I respect it because we need more people like that. Representation means a lot. People don't realize that representation, it means a hell of a lot because when you see somebody doing something, and the more you see them doing it, the more you could say, I can do this. The more normalized it becomes. So when you see some MMFFFF or BBB, all these curse words, profanity, 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 you hearing profanity, I can guarantee you're gonna start using a lot of profanity. If you around, the more you're around it, like especially like 90 days straight, just hearing somebody when they talk, everything they saying is profanity. Like I'd picked up a lot of stuff like that for being around people, and where I'm from is so slanged out, it's ridiculous. So I might hear somebody saying, I was going down the street, you heard me, and I was made a block, you heard me, and when I made this block, you heard me, and then you hearing it, heard me, heard me, heard me, heard me, heard me. Sooner or later, when I'm talking to somebody else, I could be talking about, I was trying to find out what Donald Trump was going to do oftenly, like, you know, so when I know like stuff like that, so representation matters. Like when you hear a song on the radio, you'd have did this, I'd have did this. I'd have heard a song on the radio, and I'd have heard it repeatedly that I did not like, and I'd have caught myself reciting that song. Now, when I start reciting the song, I can stand this dumbass. Matter of fact, let me give a perfect example. Superman, like, oh, I'm like, what the hell? I couldn't. That Soldier Boy shit, when that shit first, yeah, and I did not like the song. I ain't complaining about the song because he did what he was supposed to do. You know, that's him. You know, not hating on him. Can't get mad, congratulate. But my thing is, that wasn't my type of song. And when I was listening to it, he was talking about make him you and all this stuff there. And I was like, what the hell is this corny sounding? But then you hear it so much, and then all of a sudden, you'll catch yourself reciting it. And I did it. So if I know I'm not too proud to say that happened to me. You know, it happened to me. So if it happened to you, you know, you get what I'm saying. Let me see. Nah. Anything else interesting? If I don't find anything interesting in the next 2 minutes, man, I'm gonna move up out of here. Cause it ain't fun just sitting here. It ain't fun when the rabbit got the gun. But me personally, I turn stuff backwards. I don't pull a rabbit out of a hat. I pull a hat out of a rabbit. Alright, no. Yeah, nah. Find anything. Man, if I had, see in the future, what I'm gonna start doing is, what I want to do is start, like I said, progress. I love progress. So what I want to start doing, if I'm gonna start doing these streams like this, and we just running it, you know what I'm saying? If I see you say something, then we come back, you know, chop it back and forth. You know, I see stream, you know what I'm saying, start doing streams like this. I want to start getting to the point where I start adding stuff and stuff popping in, people coming over. You know, I might have my cup of coffee in the morning time, might have got amped up. And you might say, man, say, Chuck, man, what you think about such and such? And, you know, we can have conversations back and forth like that. You know, sitting here talking about Star Wars, toxic people or toxic things going on, or some weird news type stuff. Cause I be running across some crazy. When I go dumpster diving, I be running across some crazy stuff, man. When I say some crazy stuff, okay, boom. It's been 60 right now. I'm gonna check this out. This is what I mean by crazy news. This is just one example. Now they have this thing where they were showing about like this person. They got this group of people. They go out and get tans and stuff like that. They more organically central and how to, you know, stimulate the body, how to work on your aura, and how to do, you know, they was talking about all these cool things and how to be more peaceful and at one with yourself and stuff. You know, good things, right? You know, about how the sun and the tannin and how, you know, it's in the vitamin D and how it can strengthen your body and how, you know, all the oxygen, all those good things. I'm like, okay, but what I mean by it was crazy. So they was talking about things that they do. They was going through a list of things, and they was showing them, and this what stood out to me. One of the things that they do is they get a full body tan. And one thing And one, I'm trying to get it out. And one thing that they do, right? They say to maximize the power, to maximize the power, that they gotta shine the light in their booty hole to get a tan. So they gotta. Now they were showing men and women standing up, squatting, doing this here, busting it open at the sun, so they can get a tan in their ass crack. You know, and it was supposed to help with the nutrients. I don't have no idea, but you know, run across stuff like that, and you know, this is me just telling. But I clean it up and present it when I come to say, okay, man, check this out. There's some stuff I done ran across. Like, it be stuff like that. Then it be like real type of stuff. Like, you might hear somebody like, or in Africa about the Ebola and how they pretty much got, you know what I'm saying, got it under control. Might talk about stuff like that. But, you know, it's me. So I'm going to talk like how, you know, they got that. They got this new case. I think it's the swine flu. Yeah. And China got a new case of swine flu that's out there that's supposed to be more potent. That's just coming out, and then it's coming out of China too as well. You know, previously what Donald Trump gonna talk about it, if that's gonna come out, if there's gonna be another pandemic, because they still have stuff that still haven't finished out that's gonna resurface in the next flu season, and we still ain't got this COVID-19 kind of, you know what I'm saying, cleaned up. So we're gonna have that plus other things, and then I'm from South Louisiana. We have hurricanes and shit like that, and it's been one of those years where this might be one of those hard hurricane seasons. Possibility, hope not. Hopefully it don't be, because you know we've been taking a lot of hits because we just got flooded. Then we had a pandemic. We have, it's like back to back to back to back to back. You can't climb the ladder. But with all this stuff going on, I find a way. And one of the ways is like coming here, chilling, talking about all things. Like, you know, people some more gangster. I'm like, man, I ain't no gangster. I can hang around gangster. I can go into the trap house and talk about Marvel. I go in the trap house and they talking about drugs. I'm talking about, man, Captain Marvel, Captain America, Wolverine. I'll talk about stuff like that. There you go, 100. I'm pulling A. I was telling everybody I was pulling 100 on everybody. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start doing my what my bro Bone be doing. You know what I'm saying? He be going live and shit. I like, he just be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going live and the bitch here just dive, yeah. But yeah, that's all I'm doing, just going live and just talking. I mean, my thing is I ain't going nowhere in particular. I'm just sitting here looking on YouTube and drinking my cup of coffee, my early morning cup. This is my first cup, and I'm drinking it slow because I ain't think this all the way through. And what I mean by that is, see this cup of coffee, right? Sooner or later, I gotta refill this. Now, when I gotta go refill this here, I'm gonna be leaving y'all for a few seconds. I don't want to do that, so I gotta sit here and drink it slow. Now it's starting to get cold because I don't want to go refill it. So, but fuck it, I'm gonna have to take the lick in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might have to hold on for a second. That's about all. But yeah, say Bone, you heard about that Kanye West thing? Get it in. Gotta get it in. Yeah, I was just looking at all this types of crazy stuff. It's yeah, what is it? Money Making Monday? That's what it's called, Money Making Monday. 3 M's, not Eminem, M and M. Eminem, and Eminem with the M, some shit like that. That's irrelevant. But for a fight, nah, I don't want to watch no boxing right now. I know y'all don't want to talk about no boxing. Next Gen, he's the gamer that talk about boxing as well. If you want to see something about boxing, and you know, that's what he do. He'll normally talk about the fight sometime. When he talk about the fights, I check him out. That's when I really get in there, because his channel is a boxing channel, video game boxing, but you know, still a boxing his channel. So him talking about boxing is cool. Okay, no. I don't want to see nothing about no Lucifer. Matter of fact, that's what I probably end up doing today. I might find a reaction video that I might do, because they got a lot of stuff that I've been trying to avoid watching until I do. Like The Boys, right? The Boys season 2 trailer. I want to do a live reaction and a breakdown. I'm thinking I should do all of that in one. Like, do my live reaction, Then after the live reaction, tag along with the breakdown instead of doing those two separate videos. Or should I just do it two separate videos? That way, if you don't give a fuck about my live reaction, but you want to come show me support, so you want to come check out my breakdown. Or you like, you know what? I don't want it broke down. I just want to see his reaction to it, or you know, whatever. Or you might want to see both. It's up in the works. So I'm thinking about, should I do the boys? I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm a big fan of that. To me, that's one of the best TV shows out of Marvel right now. They dropped the 80s episode. I was sitting here. I was taking notes. Oh shit. Let me move this back this way some. I was literally taking notes. You mean think I'm bullshitting? Check this out. I was thinking about it was literally just started about it was gonna be in like the 1982. I was gonna talk about like the feel of it, the recaps, a lot of the symbols that I seen, the Easter eggs, my theories about how on Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has the whole season is to loop around all the way with the end game. Watch, mark my words. That at first I was looking at they laws of time travel. Now hold up, this not right. This not fitting with the MCU, so they all doing their own thing. And then I really start paying attention that the time travel on Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. it still coexists with the time travel in the MCU. Once I get my hands around this here, I will do a breakdown. But I see the crumbs and I'm seeing the angles that what they doing is they talking about ripples, right? So once you do something that it could change the future. Same like with Marvel, and they were talking about like different streams of time travel. When you travel to the past and you change something, that makes an alternate reality, basically. So I'm thinking they're gonna actually break down the whole science behind when you see the ancient one, when she did her hand like this here in front of Hulk, and she showed how time worked. I think Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is gonna break all that down. Mark my words. Watch. And I think it's still gonna be. I think it's gonna have all to do with the MCU, and I think it's strategically planned because the actors that's off of Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they filmed this season that's out now last year when it came to Comic-Con. So when they was at Comic-Con last year, they had already finished up this season of S.H.I.E.L.D. Already completed. So now all of the actors from S.H.I.E.L.D. is probably off doing other things. And if people might not know, in the background right now, Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a possibility that show is going to be like some of the characters could move over to them because they have a lot of things that they trying to bring. And I'm hearing they're going to have Hank McCoy. Hank McCoy Beast is supposed to be one of the characters that's going to go from X-Men and be introduced into one of the Disney Plus TV shows. And from what Kevin Feige had said, he basically breaking up all the mutants. That's why he didn't say X-Men. He said mutants, and he's going to have them spread all around. And then when the X-Men movie come out, then you might have some of the mutants all around. And everybody don't have to be a mutant. So I'm highly anticipating it. But I digress. But let me see. One last look through and see if I see anything else that we could talk about before we get up out. I ain't forgot. Oh man. So I'm gonna do one on the boy, and after I do one on the boy, a reaction video. I'm gonna do on. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna start working on. And I was thinking about if I knew how, I want to have. I'm not gonna say I knew how. What I want to do is I want to start showing y'all, and y'all can be with me while I'm working on the video. So then I put out that after the fact, but like, hey, check out the production of the video, what we did, running around, some behind the scenes shit, just fun or whatever like that. But with that being said, that's enough. Well, I'm a hot towers. We getting it. This is yeah. Up. Oh, if you haven't, like, share, subscribe.